Today is March 24th, 2012 at 1:16 p.m. This is Lindsey Deem, and I am interviewing Lisa Gangmore at my house. What is your definition of success?
Well, I guess my definition of success would be that if you have what you need in life, you got a home, you got a car, you got a vehicle to get where you want, you got a nice job, that you can make money to do a little bit of extra things with your family and the people you love, I think that's success. I don't think being rich necessarily means you're successful. I think that sometimes becomes a lonely life. So I guess that would be my definition of success.
What is your background? Where did you come from? How were you raised?
I was raised on a farm back in Racine, Ohio. I was raised to work. My dad taught me that at a very young age that you have to work for what you want in life, that nothing's handed to you on a silver platter. So that's pretty much how I was raised.
How did your upbringing play a role in your success?
I guess a lot of that has to do with my dad. My dad always instilled confidence in me. I remember when I was a kid growing up, these guys would come along, and they'd say, "What is that little girl doing out there baling hay or working on the vehicles and things like that?" And my dad would always say, "Well, I hate to tell you this, buddy," and he'd put his hand on my shoulder and he'd say, "She can do anything you can do, and most things she'll do better."
Who or what inspired you?
I think I've had a lot of people in life inspire me, but I would say mostly it would be my dad. I grew up with him. I spent all of my time with him, and he always used to teach me that the only thing you have in life is your reputation, so you need to take care of it and make sure you keep a good one. And he always did, and I always thought when I was a kid growing up that he was the utmost person on earth.
Growing up, who did you view as successful? Today, who epitomizes success to you and why?
I guess there's a lot of people in my life that epitomizes success to me. I don't think success is so much a form of how much money you make or what job you have, or you're a doctor or a lawyer or whatever. I think success epitomizes a lot of what one thinks of themselves. If they have a good family and they have love in their life and they have a good job and they're able to take care of themselves and the people they love, I think that is the people I think epitomizes success. So there's a lot of them in my life. I don't think I could just narrow it down to one.
Do you see yourself as a successful person, and why?
Well, according to my idea of success, I think I'm a successful person. I've got people in my life that I love. I have a good husband, good family, grandkids, nieces, nephews. I've got a lot of people in my life and a lot of family. And I have a good job, which affords me to be able to do things with the people I love. So in my version of success, yes, I think I'm a success. I hope I stay that way. But in my eyes, yes, I think I am.
What kind of struggles or obstacles have you had to overcome?
Oh, we all have a lot of struggles and obstacles in our lives. Like when I first started working at the power plant, I was scared of heights and I didn't want to tell anybody. So I really struggled with that, and I learned to face my fear and get over it. So I was able to do my job. But all of us have struggles and obstacles in our lives, and I think that's what makes us who we are today. So I think you learn from them.
How has your life been different than what you imagined it to be?
Actually, I don't think I ever imagined what my life would be at any point in my life. I think I've always just taken it as it comes. I always worried about things of when I was older. My aunt used to say at 12 years old I was thinking about retirement. But as far as what I imagined my life to be, the only thing I wanted it to be was to be a good job, be able to afford my lifestyle, and be able to do things with the people I love.
What regrets do you have, and what would you do differently?
None. I think we all have regrets in our life, but as I said before, if I was to change any of the things that's happened in my life so far, taken away the bad things that's happened or the good things that's happened and changed just one thing, my life wouldn't be the way it is right now. I might not be married to the man I am, or I might not have the kids and grandkids or nieces and nephews, or I might not even be standing here. So I really don't like to focus on regrets because I wouldn't change anything.
In our class, one issue we have discussed is the 10,000 hour rule, which is the idea that one has to put in 10,000 hours of work, practice, or study to become truly successful at something. To what degree does the 10,000 hour rule apply to you, or your definition of success?
Oh, I've never heard of the 10,000 hour rule, but I'd say I've probably got those hours in my lifetime. I've been working since I was in grade school, and I worked on a farm all my life. I had odd jobs through school plus working on the farm, and then I've been working 2 and 3 jobs when I got out of high school, and I think I've got a lot of hours in. So I think the way you get successful is you work. And it does take a lot of hours to learn different things and to try new things and to get to where you want to be. I haven't heard of the 10,000 hour rule, but I'd say I'd put mine in.
What is your job?
I work at a power plant. I work my title is fire protection technician, senior. So I work with fire protection, and I work with the first responder program, which is a medical rescue team. And I supervise some contractors. Now, I have a few other small jobs that add on to that. But basically, I work in a power plant, and we all work together.
Do you like your job?
Yes, I like my job because it affords me the good things of being able to do stuff with my family, being able to have my own home, be able to do stuff with my nieces and nephews, my grandkids, the kids, and it allows me and my husband to be able to do things together.
What volunteer work do you do?
Well, I work a lot in the county. I'm part of the West Virginia State Emergency Response and West Virginia Ready, and I work with the County Health Department as a volunteer. I'm a secretary with the Mason County Local Emergency Planning Committee, and I'm a part of the 911 Oversight Board. So I do some volunteer work, and I try to help out with my neighbors and different things that my family needs help with and things. So I try to do different volunteer work.
My instructor has asked us to include 2 questions in this interview. The first one is, has reading played a significant role in your life? And if so, what kind of things do you enjoy reading?
I think reading plays a significant part in anybody's life. Reading's what teaches you and how you learn. As far as myself, I am not a big reader, it's just something I wish I was better at doing. I don't take the time to read like I'd like to. My sisters are avid readers. They read constantly and all the time. And I think that's great. I think that everybody should take an appreciation for reading and learn what they can.
If you could describe your life in a story, how would you describe it?
I'd say I was a girl grew up on a farm that had lots of ups and downs and learned great lessons and grew from them and grew up to have a good husband, a wonderful family, and looking forward to retirement someday to travel.
What words of wisdom or advice could you offer on how to create a successful life? How would you like to be remembered?
I would like to be remembered as somebody who was a good person, who tried to help people when she could, and somebody that people could love and respect. I don't know if I'll make it that far as to what people think about me, but that's what I would like. As far as what I would tell people who want to work towards success is not to focus so much on wanting to be a millionaire and how much money I can make by this age. Focus more on what would make you happy, what kind of job you'd like to have, what interests you and how you can sustain that for 30 or 40 years until you're able to retire. And also to have a family, just don't think about what you can do to make money. Have people in your life that love you and that you love and that you can laugh with and do things with, because the world's a pretty lonely place with $1 million and nobody to share it with because you don't trust anybody.
Thank you for your time.
You're welcome.